Oprah has an established audience. Someone else comes into that audience, and all of a sudden they get the leads, they get the eyeballs, they get the hearts. And getting the wildest is the easy part. Once you have the eyeballs and hearts, getting them to buy from you is super simple. If you woke up tomorrow and these 50 companies and influencers had emailed their list, had published a YouTube video, had tweeted out or Instagram storied out saying, hey, Sandy and Luis product is amazing. Here's a link. You must go buy it right now. Like, you would just fall over and your business would grow exponentially. So this is the actual Dream 50 spreadsheet, by the way. This is one we put together for a client. So literally it's a spreadsheet with names and contact information. And there's a few other fields over to the right that you can't see through the screenshot. By the way, this is the number one strategy that we've used over the last 9 years to grow our company. Since using this strategy, we've had 34 straight six-figure sales months since making our first Dream 50. And last year, when the last Inc. 5000 list came out, we were the 2,216th fastest growing company overall in the entire country, in the top 50 coaching programs in the entire country in growth rate. And the number one, the biggest rock that we've pushed forward on this to generate leads, that generated trust, that led to simple monetization, was making a Dream 50. My wife and I, Stacy, go on date nights almost every week. We go and eat some dinner. We wind up at Barnes & Noble after the fact. And I'm just kind of scrolling through the different books, looking at anything that catches my eye. And I come across this book. And my jaw drops. I'm like utterly dumbfounded at this book. You have an overweight psychologist with a cookbook about losing weight. And I'm just like literally confused about what's going on. I go to Stacey, you got to see this book. I show her the book, and it's the Dr. Phil cookbook. And I have no idea what's going on here. I don't understand what's happening. And then it dawns on me. See, Dr. Phil was a nobody. Nobody knew about him. You might feel the same way right now. You might have an awesome offer. Maybe you have some customers. Maybe you don't have customers. Maybe your business is doing millions of dollars a year and you still feel that way. There's always people ahead of you. The way Dr. Phil got his start was going on Oprah Winfrey's show. Dr. Phil was a psychologist that not many people knew about. He goes on Oprah's show. Millions of people know about him now. Millions of people trust him now. And his entire business was launched as a result of that. And this isn't the only time Oprah's done that, by the way. She did the same thing for Robert Kiyosaki. Anybody heard of him before? Rich Dad, Poor Dad? He got his start on Oprah Winfrey's show. This is a Facebook post he made 5 years ago. I'll never forget the day Oprah made me $5 million. And he goes on to tell the story about how he was a nobody. He went on a popular audience and became a somebody. And now everybody knows his name. Oprah's done this with 12 different people. Rachel Ray, Susie Orman, Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, on and on and on and on. It's called the Oprah effect. It has a name to it, but it isn't unique to Oprah. The underlying mechanics of what's going on is Oprah has an established audience. Someone else comes into that audience, and all of a sudden they get the leads, they get the eyeballs, they get the hearts. And getting the wildest is the easy part. Once you have the eyeballs and hearts, getting them to buy from you is super simple. I have discovered a fundamental marketing truth that borrowing other people's audiences isn't about paying them. It isn't about being a big name. It's simply about having content that they need. It's filling a gap that they have. It's telling your story, providing your experience to their audience. Because Oprah is great. Tons of people know Oprah. What Oprah wasn't was a personal relationship expert. But guess what? Dr. Phil is. As a result, Dr. Phil gets to come into that audience, teach his thing, and become a household name now that has like one of the longest running shows on TV.